welcome to a special episode of Dreamcatchers. With me today is local artist Walter Scott, and he's here with us today to talk about his life as an artist. So you went to Concordia University for art.
Yeah, I graduated from Concordia University in 2009 with a Bachelor of Fine Arts, specialization printmaking, and a minor in anthropology.
Nice. So what's your current art project right now?
Right now, I'm focusing on several different things at once, actually. I have my hand in different pots in terms of like different ways to express myself. I do printmaking, which is basically silkscreen, which is sort of like a way to make posters. And some of those works and some video works have recently been exhibited at the Thunder Bay Art Gallery in Thunder Bay, Ontario. And that show started in November and it's running until March. Besides my fine art practice, I'm also doing web design and art direction for different web-related projects that have to do with Aboriginal health and Aboriginal media.
To this day, how many art shows have you done?
I don't really remember, but since 2008, I've been consistently in art shows at least once a year. So I would say minimum 10 so far.
Okay. What does your art mainly focus on?
For a while, I was doing a lot of Aboriginal issues and identity-related art, but then slowly I began to sort of look a bit deeper into my like spiritual identity as a human on the earth. And so nationality became a subject in my work, but less about expressing a national identity and more about exploring the chasm of uncertainty that forms when trying to consolidate the individual versus the collective, the individual person in relation to like a larger national identity. What are your responsibilities as a human being, but then what are your responsibilities as a person, part of a larger nation? And I feel like there's a lot to be said about that kind of responsibility, and if people are ready to handle it, if like spiritually people feel like they can be responsible for it, and what sort of exciting, weird, like tragic, humorous things come up when trying to decide who you are in relation to the larger world.
Out of your current pieces, which one expresses this the best?
I have a piece called Visitations, and it's a video work that it looks sort of like a face, I guess, so it's sort of a self-portrait, but then there are images sort of like dissipating in and out slowly. And each of the images sort of represent either a personal or like a larger national or affiliative logo, something sort of coming in and out of my spiritual existence. And what that's supposed to mean is sort of that these symbols, like, okay, let's say in my piece there's the Iroquois Confederacy, and then there's a Boston Bruins logo, and then there's the Habs logo, and then there's like pictures of my vacation, and I'm having all of these sort of like come in and out. And the fact that they're sort of like always shifting, I'm kind of trying to play with the idea of like, how concrete are these things in defining who we are, you know? Like, if you're gonna put like a bumper sticker on your car, like, and you define that as like what you're about, like how much of that is you, and how much of it is actually just you expressing an interest in something. So it's really just trying to pull apart like the spiritual versus like larger affiliative logos, and trying to see like what lies in between.
So to this day, what was your favorite art show?
The favorite art show that I've done of my work would have to be the solo exhibition of mine up right now at the Thunder Bay Art Gallery, because I think it combines all of like my most like contemporary concerns right now into one congruent art show.
So what are your contemporary concerns right now?
Well, up until maybe a month ago, it was about logo and affiliation and like Boston versus Canadians, Iroquois Confederacy, and then like sort of like spiritual existence. But now I'm sort of making work more about being a mid-20s sort of like tenuously employed person just trying to make it as an artist, and I'm making a lot of comics and narratives about sort of like the roller coaster of trying to figure out who you are as an artist who wants to make a career of it. And it's like sort of humorous, but also sort of like sad humorous also at the same time.
Well, we'll be right back with Walter, hair and makeup provided by Gogo Dio's Beauty Salon. We'll be right back.